So Brioxy is building the first online and offline social capital network. It's a space and place for you to develop as a leader. The folks that we work with are innovators across all industries, from technology to the nonprofit sector, education, government, media, entertainment. We are creating a space and a place for what we see as the next generation of architects in this country. We are the most diverse generation in our country's history, and by 2040 we will be the majority in this country, and we're building kind of the on-ramp to opportunity for that generation right now.
So I think that there's something about this moment and the generation of this time that we have been preparing ourselves for. There's like a living into reality, or a breathing into reality, the hopes of many generations before us.
Ultimately, our goal is to have hundreds of people in every city around the country that are connected to this network, that are supporting each other, that are regularly going to events and part of something so much larger than themselves. And Brioxy is designed to kind of scaffold the economic opportunity for this generation. Our target and our focus is 10,000 innovators and entrepreneurs who are building and creating things across the country. We aim to network them, to build a community where they thrive, where they get to connect and collide with each other, where they also get a chance to party, to celebrate, to experience new things in a way that then allows us to be able to advocate and organize for an entire generation.
I think the aspiration of having 10,000 people who can witness each other, and 10,000 people who are ready to witness each other and to witness each other be free with each other is it's like a feeling. It's one of those things that there are no words that you can actually tie to it.
Man, to be honest, it needs to be like 100,000 innovators of color. To me, like a network of 10,000 innovators of color right now in this world means a collective that has all this power to honestly like build, right, and innovate. And I think oftentimes we've been like sort of taken away from each other and thinking that we can't innovate, or the only way that we can innovate is through like these big corporations or through these like white systems, to be very honest with you.
I think many of us are living within sort of constrained spaces of what's possible, and with 10,000 of each other in front and back, side to side of us, the aperture of what's possible is infinite.
The purpose of the summit is to convene and bring together for the first time at the White House a cross-section of innovators. Over the course of this weekend, more than 350 young people of color will connect and be part of the experience through a series of events.
Since doing this work, since like getting involved with the community and even accepting the title of like being a leader and being an activist, I rarely get the opportunity to talk to an audience where the majority is like people of color.
To surround myself with people who are working to make the world a better place, to connect with people that share a lot of my values, and to create at a time like this just feels very beautiful.
I just felt like there was something magical going on. There was a lot of empowerment, there was a lot of encouragement, and that's not something that you always walk out the door and feel from people in your community, you know?
To be able to be in a place with only young people of color in the space, and all people who are like trying to make a difference, I think it was this sense of belonging. And so a network that is literally connected to the point of being able to say, hey, I want to start a company that's trying to change things in Baltimore, and I can connect to someone in media working in New York, and then connect to someone in entertainment working in LA. Like, that's amazing, and that's power. And that's what we're trying to build, right? Like, that's what Brioxy is all about, is trying to build power within communities of color and being intentional about it.
I think a big part of what Brioxy is founded on is this notion that we are making a bet, a really intentional bet on an undervalued resource in this country. We believe that young people of color are the game-changing dynamic that is going to drive this country's success or failure in the next 50 years. And this is an opportunity for all of us to kind of put our piece, our resource into the circle to create something really transformative and huge that will actually have a ripple effect that will impact millions of young people of color around the country.
The potential of that for communities of color for immigrant communities in this country at this time, like we will own the game. Like that's really what I hope that this network is able to do.